We all know we need a team to grow, but the way everyone out there is hiring is the wrong way. I have to tell you the right way, which is the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing. Let's break it down. So in order to grow, naturally you need a little bit, we all start at the bottom. My good God, I used to live in an electrical closet. When I got my first client, they paid me in my coaching business. When I got my first client, they paid me $5,000. When I deposited that $5,000, my bank balance was $5,200, right? I didn't have any money. One of the first things I had to do was start building a team from where I was at. Typically, what do? You go, you just write something up and you post it on LinkedIn, Craigslist, Monster, whatever. Wrong. I learned that the hard way. I remember when I was building out my team, dude, I had people in and out. I had a team member come in, left. Team would come in, leave. It was like a restaurant or something. But then I made a couple of tweaks and I've had people with me for years. Now, I'm gonna share that with you. Number one shift. Everybody makes it about what is your qualification? What are you about? What are you? Well, in this particular instance, you have to make it about me. Make it about yourself. You have to take a personality test, something called a DISC test. You can go ahead and Google that, D-I-S-C. It's a beautiful test, although I never liked tests, but this is a beautiful test. It really tells you things about yourself that you might not have known, or that maybe you, but this confirms it. So for example, when I took my DISC test, it said, hey, Akbar, you need, believe it or not, it actually goes into this detail. It says that you need to hire someone that does not require hand-holding, that does not need you to constantly repeat yourself. You need someone who's a self-starter. So I literally copied that and I pasted it into the job description. Then the people I started getting, they stayed with me for a long time. The people before, it was the wrong fit. They needed hand-holding. It's just like, you gotta understand, when you have a team member, it's almost like a marriage. There has to be a synergy. You have to know what you're about. What is it like to work with you? Everyone's talking about, oh, this is the pay and this is what I need from you. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. You're looking for a fit, a culture fit, right? This is what no one talks about. It's really just that simple. Get to know yourself and then tell the people what it's like to work with you. And the applicant will look at that, they'll either be like, okay, this dude's a nightmare, no thanks, or you know what, I prefer to work like that. You want less applicants, higher quality. This is the biggest shift that I can give you in the hiring process. Another bonus tip I will give you is if you have an existing business, my best team members I've ever had, my CEO, my best salespeople, my best director of client success, my best setters, so on and so forth. These all started off as clients. You've heard these stories before. Oh, I started off as the cashier at Walmart and I became the CEO. But you've all heard those stories. Why does it work like that? Because they are already passionate about your product or service. They know the transformation it makes. They've witnessed and experienced it, and now they want to share with others. And obviously they like-minded and they know you because they've been working with you. So it's a great synergy. Before looking elsewhere on Craigslist or LinkedIn or whatever, look in-house. Believe me, there are gems there, right under your nose, that will potentially end up being your best teammates ever. So this is how you hire. Now comes the question of who do you hire and when? I'm gonna tell you something about an executive assistant or a virtual assistant. Either you are the virtual assistant or you have a virtual assistant. My friends, I love you. I'm gonna slap you in the face with a wet fish out of love. And that is, stop being a crazy person. Right now, you are doing all these crazy things that you have no business doing at all. You're doing the tech stuff, you're doing the customer support, you're doing the selling, you're doing the graphics, you're doing the marketing, you're doing the fulfillment. What are you, Superman? You're not, right? You're a human being. That's not real business. Real business, you are the maestro and you have orchestra players and you're going like this. That is what a CEO is. You have to stop being that hustler. Stop being, that entrepreneur. Stop putting the weight of the world on your shoulders. There is no need for that. May I suggest that it is sacrilegious Well, think about it. That's a bold statement, but think about it. You are unnecessarily stressing yourself out, unnecessarily wasting your precious time. God gave you a finite piece of time, you're wasting it. God gave you a finite piece of energy, you're wasting it. You're trying to do it all on your own. Stop. Right now, give yourself permission to do what you do best and outsource the rest. One of the very first hires you need to make is an assistant. I had that from my first sale. First sale was $5,000, that's all I had to my name. I hired very part-time. Back then, it was like $5 an hour, a little bit more now. And they were working, I believe, an hour or two a day. So that ended up being like, let's do some math, 5, 20, like $200 a month. Those precious hours that they're taking off your plate, doing the admin and all these kind of tech things and figuring all this stuff that they love to do, that is what you are going to take that time. And when I tell you, if you spend an hour of focused, uninterrupted time, you can make a lot of progress. So your VA admin is giving you your time back, which is the greatest gift. This hire, you need to make immediately, right now. As soon as you're done watching this video, and make sure you finish watching the whole thing, because I might tell you something cool at the end, go out there and make that hire. Use the things I just told you to make that hire. Eventually, remember, the goal is to do what you do best, outsource the rest. We all started out doing everything. I know I did. And God did me a favor. I used to do all my own sales calls. Consider myself a man of ego, but maybe subconsciously I said to myself, well, who's going to do it better than me? Who's going to know my company better than me? Who's going to be more passionate than me? And I remember at one time what happened, and I made good money. I was doing 6-figure months by myself. I remember taking a vacation. I was in, I believe, Spain. And I remember sales that month. I spent a few weeks in Europe. No sales coming in. Like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on? Oh yeah, no one's making sales. Came back to the States, I started taking sales again. I believe God did me a favor. I remember, I'll never forget, I was in the middle of a conversation with someone and I said, and something happened to me. I was like, can I call you right back? Click. And I actually didn't call them back. That very moment, I was completely burnt out. I was like, damn, I cannot take another sales call. That was a gift. So I had no choice. I had to hire a salesperson. I remember we traveled again locally. I think we went to Florida or something. I don't remember, to be honest with you, but I remember I was kind of cheesy, quintessential online business, but it just happened to be true. We were at the beach or something. And I remember checking my phone, ding. I was like, oh, $10,000 sale or whatever. I was like, I had nothing to do with that. I'm chilling with my kids on the beach. Salesperson, who did that? Crap. I wasted all this time making sales calls, but I didn't have to. And then I've had a sales team for years. So don't get to the point where you burn out, for God's sakes. Let this video, trust me, you will burn out. And honestly, it's not a good use of your time. You do not need to be taking your own sales calls unless you really enjoy it. I didn't. I just happened to be really good at it. It's a gift and the curse. But listen, in order to scale, you need to do what you do best and outsource the rest. So get an admin, get a salesperson, right? Outsource everything that you don't love and that you don't have to do. Step by step. You don't have to do things overnight. Take it easy, step by step, but keep making progress. And remember, take the DISC test, find out what your personality is. What is it like to work with you? I wish they had one of those for marriage, right? Find out what it's like, copy and paste that into the job description, and then you'll get much better candidates, high quality. Before that, go in-house, take a look at your successful clients, announce it to your clients, hey guys, this is what I'm looking for. And you'll see high quality, amazing people come to you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you implement that in order to make more so you can give more to your families, communities, and favorite charities, hence making the world a better place. We'll talk soon. Peace.